What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Rock'em. Your Orlando Magic fall 121-115 in San Francisco at the hands of the Golden State Warriors in a game that felt very similar to Sunday. A game the Magic were in for the large majority of this game, and a game where the Magic fell apart in the final few minutes. Yep, we're going to talk all about that tonight here on the show. Glad you're here with us. Once again, we're out west this week, so this is a test of the true Magic Maniacs that are joining us for the show today. So I'm producer Kevin. Glad you're here. Welcome to the Six-Man Show. We're an Orlando Magic podcast. We put out shows every Monday and Thursday, and these live post-game shows after each and every Orlando Magic game. And this show is presented by Rock'em. Rock'em is the world's largest sock store, and they are a Central Florida company. They're located in Orlando, just down the road from Kia Center. And they do everything in-house, from the design and the manufacturing, the marketing, everything. It's a Central Florida company with Central Florida employees, and that is why we were so pumped to partner with them for this show this season, and because they make great products. Socks, underwear, not just Orlando Magic stuff, but some of your other favorite teams, other NHL, NFL, college teams. Definitely check them out at rock'em.com. And when you do, please use the code MAGIC20. It'll get you 20% off of your order at rock'em.com. And it helps the Six-Man Show out along the way. So again, check them out at rock'em.com. And big shout out to Rock'em for partnering with us this season. Chat, what's up to the Magic Maniacs here at 12:43 a.m. on Wednesday morning, January 3rd. Whew. Matthew Kennison says, after the 9-game win streak, the Magic came to back to reality that we are missing consistent shooting and needs to be addressed this deadline. Yeah, consistent shooting is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. Tavius is talking about Tyus Jones. We've seen a lot about that lately. He says we need to trade for Tyus Jones. Excuse me, this team needs a true point guard. The front office can't keep ignoring this. Yeah, we'll see. I'm Jovi says, love watching Curry, but absolutely hate when he does that versus us. Hate him so much. He was literally struggling hard the last 3 games. Yeah, a guy like Steph, he's not going to struggle for very long. And of course, tonight he breaks that off. Ty with the super chat. Thank you, Ty, so much. Ty, Mr. TV, says, if you are reading this, I probably didn't make it. Pillowland has claimed me. So hit the like button, and remember, I love you, my Magic Maniacs. Ty, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Chris says, hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm not in a great mood tonight. Turnovers and bad shooting are going to be the death of me. Well, they were the death of the Magic tonight, that's for sure. Turnovers, bad. Shooting, bad. Magic, lose. Yeah. Rough. Dan says it. He says, Phoenix game all over again. It felt a lot like it. Dizzy says, after 3 minutes, we just stopped doing what would have won us the game and started playing zero IQ basketball. Frustrating. Chris says, a lot of these turnovers are due to bad interior passing. I don't see how a point guard is supposed to help that. That's the thing. Like, Anthony Black tonight, 1 turnover. We talk about turnovers. It's not point guard play. It's other guys. Tonight it was Paolo, Franz, and Jalen, I believe. Yeah, Jalen was the other one that had bad turnovers, and we'll talk about that when we see the box score. But yeah, Toe Life says, not too disappointed we lost this game on turnovers. Honestly, guys, I'm kind of here with this one. Like, maybe it's just the mentality that we've had for so long because of Golden State and who they are, that you should never expect to go win there. I know they're down this year, so maybe it's just, again, that mentality for, they've been doing this for, 8 years now. That's been such a hard place to play. And so maybe it's the mentality of like, hey, the Magic kept it close for the first 43 minutes of the game. That's pretty good. And again, that's like a moral victory mentality, which isn't great for me. But yeah, the Magic shot the ball poorly. We're used to that. Yeah, they turned the ball over. We're kind of used to that lately. Everything else, they played pretty well the first 43 minutes of the game, if you ask me. So I was feeling all right, and I still feel okay. I didn't think the Magic played horribly. They played badly in 2 areas of the game, which is unfortunate, and those are the things that lost you the game. Of course, this is the NBA. You got to play better in all aspects of the game. If you play poorly in 2 aspects, you're going to lose. So I don't know. I'm not all that bothered tonight is what I'm getting at. Maybe it's just late night producer Kevin vibes, It's 12:45 a.m. Maybe I'm just feeling it. But this one didn't bother me as much as maybe it should have. I don't know. Sean, what's up? He says, hey. Jory B says, every team knows we're going to give Paolo or Franz the ball in every possession. We ran no sets to make the game more easier for them or the rest of the team. Something has to change, especially down the stretch. Again, this is almost identical to the game on Sunday in Phoenix where the Magic, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was 6:03 remaining. I can't remember if we tied or took the lead or down by 1. It was something like that on Sunday. And then you just fall apart the rest of the way. Tonight, same thing. I believe it was, I wrote this down. Yeah, 5:07 remaining. You got it within 2, 99-97, 5:07 remaining. Then the Warriors go on a 7-0 run. And they didn't look back after that. But again, the thing with this was it wasn't like the Warriors blitzed you the rest of the game. 99-97, they scored 22 points over the last 5 minutes. Okay, that's not great. A lot of those were free throws down the stretch. But it wasn't like they truly blitzed you. There were still opportunities for the Magic to score and keep up with them, and they just couldn't score. Jay Esco says, sorry, guys, but Fultz isn't the answer. We need a point guard that can play make and shoot. A shooting point guard would do wonders for this team. I think there's something to that. Thanks Praises says, sad to say, we've got to let Gary go. Gary hit 2 threes tonight, so that's something, but he was 2 of 6. Yeah, Gary's hurting, man, and he's hurting us. I don't know what the deal is. Peacecraft says, too many key guys in street clothes need to get healthy fast because this month is a problem. I'm just saying, guys, maybe this is another reason why I don't feel as badly about this. Based on how this game went, and I know this game would be different with healthy people. If we have Jonathan Isaac and we have Joe Ingles, I think we win this game. Especially, honestly, even just with Jonathan Isaac, I think there's a chance we win this game. So that's why maybe that's part of why I'm not so bothered. Because we saw what this team could do when healthy. I don't know. I think there's something to that. Peacecraft. David says, get Goga more touches. Yeah. That 3-headed center monster is interesting still. I don't know about it. Thanks Praises says, good news is these teams that are beating us are hustling to win while we're missing a fourth of our roster. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Phoenix fully healthy on Sunday. Golden State almost fully healthy, except for Draymond Green. And he doesn't count. Clement says, ugly game to watch. Yeah, especially the second half. That third quarter, really, there was no flow. Tons of fouls both ways. But in a lot of ways, that benefits the Magic because you don't want the Warriors to get rolling. Obviously, you can see why. Thanks, Praises says, Hawkins would have given us the win tonight. Hope to see Jet on the lineup soon. That's a bold statement there. I get where you're coming from. It's just a bold statement to read. It's interesting. It's interesting. Also, Anthony Black only played like 1 quarter. I think he may be a little injured or they were just being safe with him. He plays, 13 minutes tonight. Basically played 2 stints. I don't know. I don't know if it was just because he obviously doesn't offer a lot offensively. So maybe that's why they elected not to play him. Maybe he is injured. Maybe he's saving him for the second night of a back-to-back tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't think he was bad when he was out there. It wasn't like he was getting cooked. It's a good question. Noel says, if the Magic don't make any trades and hit us with the wait until next year when we're healthy, we'll never be healthy. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. We've heard that a long time. Long time. Just wait till we're healthy. That is a good point. Chris says, what worries me is that it seems like every game is getting lost due to turnovers. This is our identity now, and that needs to change. It is definitely a trend. Definitely a trend right now. Not a good one. Sean says Magic are 29th in three-point shooting in the league. Magic bottom 6 in turnovers. Shooting point guard should help. The turnovers are from Paolo and Franz having little to too much usage creating. Yeah, Paolo and Franz tonight, 9 turnovers combined. Yikes. Several of them were terrible turnovers. Terrible. Awful. Ty, Mr. TV says, we are ahead of schedule. We know our needs, but I think we will address them this offseason. That's the thing, because, again, we know where this Magic team is. This team is not going to win a title this year. The front office is not going to throw away a bunch of assets to make this team a little bit better this year. I think you're exactly right. If there's a deal there that's a reasonable price for this team, they're going to take it. But otherwise, why don't you just wait till free agency and we have money? You can get guys for money instead of for assets, you know? I think you're right. Yeah, Steven, you're right. Steven, seeing CP3 make those tough threes made me sick. Yeah, gross. Gross. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit here. Warp Timberia says, shooting is terrible, but even with the bad shooting, if you clean up those turnovers, we'd have an extra 4 or 5 wins this season in those close games. You're not wrong. It's the same issue as Sunday. You shoot the ball terribly on Sunday, but you turn the ball over too many times, and it costs you the game. Same thing tonight. You shoot the ball, not great. 44% from the field, 38% from three, which, by the way, is really good for this Magic team. Basically 39% from three. That's not bad. You were terrible in the first half, but you got going a little bit better in the second. But you're right. A couple less turnovers tonight. You have 17. Yikes. A few fewer. That's a phrase. Just a few fewer turnovers tonight. And yeah, you win this game. Let's keep on going down here a little bit. Chris says, AB gets more leeway because he's a rookie. If he's this way even next year, I would agree with you. I'm heavily pro AB, and I think he will figure it out. Yeah, I am too. I have no problem with AB. However, if we need offense, you gotta look at point guard as the potential place to put an offensive player, you know. Steven says, AB got hurt early in the third quarter. Hope it's not serious and he can play tomorrow. Fox will be a handful, and they just lost to the Hornets. Did the Hornets win that game? I knew it was close down the stretch. I totally forgot. They did. They won by 7. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So good and bad there, right? We'll talk about this game later, obviously. Good, that means the Kings actually played all the way down to the end. Played all their guys, the full 4 quarters. It wasn't like it was a blowout. But bad news is, obviously, the Sacramento Kings are going to be looking to bounce back tomorrow. Or tonight, as it is Wednesday already. Let's see. Let's just skip all the way down here to the end because we're gonna talk about this game. Noel says I'm dreading that Kings game. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Dan, yeah, that Cole pass that went into the nosebleeds pretty much sums up the game, bro. That I don't remember the last time I've seen a pass like that from an Orlando Magic player. That was crazy. I'm assuming I haven't gone back and watched it. I'm assuming it just slipped out of his hands. I'm assuming he did not intentionally do that. Like he didn't try to aim at Paolo and then it just went that far off. Or no, sorry, it was Mo Wagner. Aim at Mo Wagner and it just went that far off. I'm assuming it slipped out of his hands, but that was crazy. That was crazy. I'm Jovi says, Goga has literally no bag in terms of post-game or even a mid-range shot like Vooch used to have, but pretty good at passing, grabbing rebounds, blocks, and putbacks. He is, but hey, Goga hit a 3 tonight. Goga was 1 of 1 from 3. So let us not forget that. Zico says, love to all Magic fans, all the way from Israel, even after we lose. Let's go, Zico. Thanks for tuning in. Matthew, this is it. You're exactly right. Suns game, 16 turnovers, 17 tonight. Are we aiming for 20 against Sacramento? Let's go one at a time. Let's say 18. Oh, man. More Tyus Jones love here from Andrew. So would love to see Tyus Jones on the Magic. Would help with shooting and playmaking. I'm totally aboard the Tyus Jones train. Sean says, what first-round pick we want to give the Wizards? I don't want to give them 2024. Doubt they will want Denver 2025. Magic 2025, top 8, and sending Markelle home. Oof, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Sending a first-round pick to a guy you could get for not free, but obviously in free agency this offseason. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I don't know if I'd do that. I don't know. Maybe. It's tough. Soul Train says backcourt struggled tonight. Yeah, not great. Not great. Oh, chat. Let me just give my quick thoughts on this game. A lot of things the Magic did really well tonight. They out-hustled the Warriors through 3 quarters, maybe 3.5 quarters. I thought they just worked harder. Obviously, you can tell that in the rebounding. They just destroyed Golden State on the glass in the first half. I don't know what the final numbers ended up being. Let's see, 53-51. So yeah, as expected, or as I assumed, the Warriors did make it better in the second half. But you end up with 16 offensive rebounds, 13 of those in the first half. You had 13 offensive rebounds and something like 15 or 17 second chance points. So the Magic worked really hard. Now, obviously, the flip side of that is if you're getting 13 offensive rebounds, you're missing a ton of dang shots. So that was the issue for the Magic tonight. They ended up shooting better in the second half and made the final stats look more respectable. But once again, beating a dead horse here. Magic couldn't shoot the ball. At this point, you just come to expect it. You come to expect it. The issue is, though, the turnovers. We've already talked about it a little bit. But if you're just joining us, 17 turnovers for the Magic, just not good enough. And I know a team like Golden State, they're vets, they're savvy, they're smart, they're crafty. They're all the little adjectives you want to throw at them. And yet, the Magic were responsible for many of those 17 turnovers. Solely responsible, I mean. Like, poor decision-making. And sometimes it's not even poor decision. Oh, this is poor decision-making. But sometimes it's like overconfidence. Like, guys think they can squeeze a pass into a tight window only to find out that they can't. You know? That kind of thing. It's just got to get better. I know Mosley knows this. I know the players know it. They just got to figure it out. You know? It's okay to not be as aggressive. It's okay sometimes to just take a breather before you try to force something, you know? I don't know. But anyway, the Magic are in this game the entire game. They had a lead in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter. And like I said, they got it down to a 2-point game with like 5:07 remaining. So they were in this game for 3.5 quarters, you know? So for that, while, again, you look at the standings and you say, oh, Golden State's an under 500 team. To me, it's still Golden State. Like that, I know it's a different team and not as good of a team, but that's still Steph Curry, Klay Thompson over there. Steph is the only guy in double figures at half. So again, I was impressed with the Magic's defense for most of this game, which is good. Ends up with a bunch of guys in double digits, obviously. But Klay Thompson, you hold him to 15.6 of 11 shooting. I know Klay is not the same Klay. Don't mishear me. I'm not sitting here saying you shut down 2015 Klay, okay? The guy that hurt you a lot tonight was Jonathan Kuminga, who's looks like he's finally getting the pieces together, which he's going to be a crazy player. That dude's got just about a little bit of everything. He's physical. He's, tall. He can rebound. He's figuring out a little bit of a shot. I'm a big Kuminga fan. Chris Paul burned you several times tonight. Not necessarily scoring, although he did go 3 of 3 from 3, which stinks, but kind of carved you up on a couple different occasions. But it was really Steph. Steph is the one who killed you. He goes 12 of 20, 4 of 9 from 3. He missed 3 free throws, which is crazy. I don't remember ever seeing him go 8 of 11 from the free throw line. That was insane. Shout out to Jeff Turner for jinxing the first one, though. Big shout out. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough for me. Because, again, all those things I already mentioned, I'm not angry at this game. Like, I'm really not. I'm not even all that frustrated, and I know some Magic fans are, and I understand why. But given where this team is, given the injuries we have, I, again, am so confident if this team is healthy, we win this game. And I know you can't make that excuse every night, because especially with the Magic, we're going to be injured every night. So you'd like to see them just clean up the turnovers, and then you have a shot. You have a shot. I see Anthony Simons is on the chat's mind right now. Good grief. Can you imagine Anthony Simons on this team? That'd be insane. Be crazy. Obviously, I don't think there's any chance on planet Earth that Portland trades Anthony Simons, but that'd be insane. Bring him home. Bring Anthony home, please. Please. So anyway, yeah, I think that's probably all I'm going to say, really, as far as my thoughts on this game. Let's look at the box score. Franz, probably the best player on the floor tonight for the Magic, honestly. 25 points for him, a very efficient 10 of 19 from the field, yet 1 of 5 from 3. He made his first 3 tonight. It was beautiful. It was high arcing. It was great. Then goes 0 for the rest of the way. Unfortunate. But you take away those 5 threes, and he goes 9 of 14 from the field. That's Franz. That is Franz right there for you. That part is good to see. He was finishing at the rim all night tonight. No issues there. That was great to see. Made all of his free throws, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. But again, the 4 turnovers, you'll see 4 for him, 5 for Paolo tonight. Paolo was not great tonight. Inefficient night for him, 8 of 20, which again, that went up in the second, but really in the fourth quarter that went up. He was in the 30s for most of this game, percentage-wise, I mean. 3 of 8 from 3. 8 of 11 from the free throw line. 12 boards for him. Another double-double. I believe they said this is his 8th double-double of the season. 5 assists, 2 steals, a block, 5 turnovers. So Paolo, Franz combined for 9 turnovers. I don't have the stat sheet in front of me that says this, but it's been several times this year where Paolo and Franz have combined for, 8+ turnovers. We're probably like 0-5 when that happens, 0-4. I'd have to double check that, but wouldn't surprise me. 27 points in all for Paolo. Goga with 13 points, hit all 6 of his shots, including 1 of 1 from 3, as we mentioned. That's pretty cool. 7 boards, an assist, a steal, a block. I thought Goga was fine. We already mentioned Anthony Black. Didn't score tonight. And only had a steal in 13 minutes. Apparently, someone mentioned he got hurt in the third quarter. I missed that. I don't know if they said something on the broadcast or if you saw something, but I did not notice that he got hurt in the third quarter. So hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Jalen Suggs. Yeah. 10 points for Jalen Suggs. 2 boards, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. 3 of 14 from the field. He went 3 of 7 from 3, so that means that Jalen Suggs tonight went, quick math, 0 of 7 from inside the three-point arc tonight. Yikes. I don't know if that's ever happened in his NBA career, that he's gone 0 for inside the arc. That's crazy. And he goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, that's not a good night for Jalen. Not good. If you're going to have 4 turnovers, at least be shooting the ball well, and he did neither. Really, really hurt this team offensively tonight. Big time. Speaking of hurting offensively, Gary Harris, 8 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. It's not as bad as he's been in some other nights, but he's got to hit at least 1 more if you ask me. There were so many of those that were wide open. Come on, Gary, bro. Come on. Also had 2 boards and 2 assists. Wendell came back down to earth after his great game on Sunday. 6 points for him, 1 of 5 from the field. Hit all 4 of his free throws, 2 boards, an assist, a steal, and a block. Very quiet night for Wendell. Cole, practically invisible, if you ask me. 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. Hit his only free throw. 4 boards, 2 assists, a block, 2 turnovers. That bench tonight, man, not great. Not great, except for Mo. Mo had 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. 1 of 2 from 3. Hit his only free throw. 5 boards, an assist, a steal. Mo was good tonight. You like that. And then Caleb. Caleb played well. Very short minutes. 8 minutes. I was disappointed he didn't get more minutes. He came in here, went 2 of 3 from 3, and then didn't get another chance. I was kind of disappointed. It's like he's got the hot hand. I've nicknamed him Claylib, like Klay Thompson, Claylib. So let Claylib get to go against Clay, but didn't happen. Oh well. All right, chat. Let me see here. Back at the Anthony Simon stuff. Yep, got to bring him home. That'd be so fun. Amelia says, I know Paolo had double-digit free throws, but I felt he should have had more. He seemed indecisive and a little out of it and settled after Golden State went into that zone in the first. You're 100% right in a lot of those points. I think also he should have had more free throws because he got fouled more times. I mean, you saw that one drive in the fourth quarter that Dante pointed out. I mean, Paolo gets absolutely hacked across the forearms. I mean, blatant call that was missed there. So you're right, he should have had more free throws. JSO says, Black definitely got hurt. He asked to get subbed out. That's when Houston first came into the game. Awesome. That's unfortunate. Hope he's okay for tomorrow. We'll see. Dan says, $42 million in cap space this summer. Hope we use it wisely. You and me both. He says, is it too late to ask for the Human Torch to come out of retirement? I think so. Terrence has moved on. He is loving the retired life. That is for sure. For the Win says, I know the team is young, but look, I don't know if you're saying look bad. Yeah, in stretches tonight, especially that fourth quarter they did. Steven says, Mo to start off the fourth was awesome. Yeah, Mo Wagner, part of that unit that got the Magic back in the lead in the fourth quarter, kept him close, and then it wasn't close. Anthony Black will go if he can. During the NCAA tournament last year, he was in a walking boot in between games. Yeah, the dude's a warrior. He's not going to... I used the wrong term tonight. I shouldn't use warrior tonight. Whoops. Soul Train says, whatever happened to Benedict Mathurin? He seems like he doesn't play as much. Can he be trade bait? Nah, I don't know about that. Indiana knows what they got in him. He may not be playing as well this year as he did last year, but he's still good. All right, let's take a look. Points in the paint, Magic 54. Again, well, actually, this is different. The second half, that went up. They did not have many points in the paint in the first half. They have 23 fast break points. You love to see that from the Magic. That was great. It's interesting that Orlando, well, that's funny. Actually, now I think about it, it says Orlando's biggest lead was 9. I'm pretty sure that was the very, very beginning of the game. Interesting. Golden State's biggest lead was 11, which at the very, very end of the game. Bench points. Magic get 40 bench points somehow, miraculously, compared to Golden State's 29, even though our bench I thought was not very good. 17 turnovers tonight for the Magic. Golden State with 18 points off those turnovers. Could have been worse if you look at that. They could have had several more points off turnovers. This game could have been worse. Looking at some of these team stats here, Warriors shoot 54% from the field. They really got it going in that second half. 37% from 3. The Magic actually shoot better from 3 than the Warriors tonight. That doesn't happen very often. And better from the free throw line. How about that? Warriors missed 13 free throws. Yikes. This game could have been much worse. You out-rebound the Warriors. Again, those offensive rebounds, 16-9. Love that hustle. They get more steals, more blocks, and obviously the turnovers were an issue. We already talked about the fast break points, points in the paint, all that good stuff. So, yeah, interesting night for them. Interesting night. Let's take a look at some what the night was like for some other teams in the league. Obviously, Magic lose by 6 tonight. This 76ers Bulls game was wild. The Sixers had a 25-point lead after the first quarter. Crazy. Wait, 25? No. Yeah, that's right. 25. Okay, I was right. 25-point lead after the first quarter. That's crazy. Grizzlies beat the Spurs. Pelicans beat the Nets. The Nets are just falling apart. I feel like every night we do this show, they're losing. And look at this, though. This is the game of the night. The Thunder beat the Celtics. Crazy. That Thunder team is scary. We're going to see them pretty soon. And then the Hornets beat the Kings, which is a big one. We'll talk about that in a second. Going to the standings, let me refresh this really fast. Yep, Magic are 19-14 now. Luckily, the Heat lost as well yesterday. So they are also 19-14, so we're staying with them. But we're falling down a bit from the upper echelon of the East, which, again, to be expected. Most Magic fans expected this would happen. So now we're 4 games back of the 3 seed and 7 games back of 1-seeded Boston. But you're still hanging around, like I said, in that middle of the pack. Miami, Orlando, Indiana, Cleveland, New York, all within a game of each other. Crazy. That race is probably going to come down to the wire. Which, again, every game matters. So it stinks that the Magic are dropping these, but this is obviously a tough stretch for the Magic. Let's talk about tomorrow's game. Yeah, we're going to do this again. 24 hours from now. We'll be right back here. You play the Kings. That is a tough back-to-back. That Kings team is intense. They're not easy. And they're going to be hungry. They lost tonight, like we just mentioned, to Charlotte. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Wish I could sit here and say I feel good about it. I don't necessarily feel bad about it, but I definitely don't feel good about it. Sacramento's going to be hungry, and it's a home back-to-back for them, so they don't have to travel overnight tonight. They're sleeping in their own beds. They might already be in their own beds, just about. So that's going to be a tough one, obviously, for the Magic. What's interesting is we still have all these guys that are quote-unquote questionable, but with the team. Like Jonathan Isaac, Joe Ingles, Markelle Fultz. They're listed each day as questionable or day-to-day, and they're traveling with the team, which leads me to believe that they really are day-to-day. Like, I genuinely believe, well, Joe Ingles hasn't been day-to-day, but Markelle and Jonathan Isaac lately have been day-to-day, which genuinely leads me to believe that at least one of them is getting ready to play really soon, if not 2 or 3 of them. So could that mean tomorrow? It's possible. If we get Jonathan Isaac back tomorrow, we're winning that dang game. I need a guarantee button like Charles Barkley, because if Jonathan Isaac plays tomorrow, I really think we can win that game. I really do. What a boost that would be for this team. If not, if we don't get any guys back tomorrow, it's going to be tough. But hey, we knew this was going to be a rough road trip. And right now it's 0-2 for the Magic. 2 games left. We'll see if they can turn around. Chat to the Magic Maniacs that hung out with us live tonight. Always appreciate you. You guys are crazy. As we have now crossed over 1 o'clock, 1:11 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, same place for the Magic at Sacramento. We'll see how that one goes. But regardless, we'll be here for it every step of the way. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. And until then, let's go Magic.